Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 85 of the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
If you're wondering why Ryan pauses, it's because he has to do math. When we look at the timestamp, it says 1:24, but we're at the start of the minute. So he has to add 1 hour, convert that to 60,
right?
Add 24, and then add a minute for the end of the minute.
Yep.
So he does that. So it's actually pretty good, quick math you're doing there.
I realized the last recording session that we did, I said 91 instead of 81.
Oh, man. Threw people off, huh?
Yeah, what an embarrassment. Here's a question before we get into this minute.
Okay.
You had a flip phone.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss flipping closed your phone at the end of a phone call? Like, there's nothing quite like that, right?
Yeah, and now you never quite know if you hung up or not, right?
Right, you have to double check.
I was in an app, and now I have to click the little red bar at the top or green bar, and then sometimes I just hope they hang up.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait on an empty line until they hang up. Hello? Are you still there?
Is flipping it shut ended the call?
Mm-hmm.
I bet they changed that. They had ones that you could flip it shut and keep the person there.
I'm sure it was a setting because...
Oh. Yeah.
I feel like you could... I feel like opening it was a setting as well. Like, you could open to answer or open and then hit the answer button.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I always liked typing on mechanical keys. I think I was still faster with the QWERTY, whatever that was called. Not QWERTY. T9. And being able to shut the screen so that you didn't see, like, your screen was protected, kind of. You don't have to worry about your buttons getting pressed and, like, pull your phone out and you're like, Shazam's open or something on it.
Right.
Yeah. But, anyhow, what made you think of that?
There is a part in this minute here where I'll mention that. So they go into the garage, right?
Yes, they're at Han's garage, and they go in, and it's empty.
Empty.
Sort of. Like, all the cars are gone. There's still tools and air compressors and random caution tape strung around.
But, like, wasn't this, like, I guess it's, like, where the cameraman is where all those, like,
the bed things
were.
Yeah.
There was, like, a dining table there, too, where they were just...
So that's all gone.
Like,
and a lot of the
couches?
shelves are empty, but there's oil filters and...
Yeah.
What is that? A grinding wheel, polishing wheel.
10 batteries.
Yeah.
Belt. What are they? No, a bench grinder.
Bench grinder.
Yeah, there we go.
Has a buffing pad on it. So the tuner guy.
Oh, that was it right there.
What? Oh, he snapshot his flip phone.
Yeah.
The tuner guy comes down from the steps.
Hear that noise.
And he's on the phone and he snaps shut the phone. And
you heard it? Just like that.
I didn't hear it. I could feel it though. The memory of it. And he's like, the cops took all the cars, is what he says. So there are no cars there. And we know Sean needs a car.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Well, what car do you think he was planning on taking?
I don't know. Han had a bunch.
What else was there? So he wrecked the
ARC-7.
ARC-7.
Wrecked the Evo. But that garage is full of cars.
Yeah.
But
the NSX was there.
They might not have been Han's either. Like, he had a lot of guys working for him.
Right.
You think one of those guys or one of the 5 in this group would have a car?
You would think so.
But
who wants to take a Volkswagen drifting?
Well, true.
Yeah. Lots of high schoolers. That's who.
What's his name?
Twink.
Tanner Faust drifted a Passat and FD.
Nuh-uh, really?
Yeah, they did a rear-wheel drive conversion on it. That was like 3 years ago.
And he was competitive?
Yeah, but Tanner Faust is a rally driver who used to drift in FD and then stopped. But they, I don't know who his team is. Volkswagen? I don't know. They brought him back. And I think he also rally races that car. And they built that car for him. But he only ran like 3 of the events or something because he's so busy with rally stuff. So he just did it sort of for show. He didn't actually run for points or anything. But, yeah, so it's possible.
Interesting.
But, okay, so the cops took the cars. But why? There was no crime committed here.
Did they shoot a gun? I'm trying to remember if they shot a gun.
He pulled out a gun, and then they shut the garage doors and everybody ran.
Were the cops even chasing them? Were the cops involved at all that we saw?
I don't think so. And so why would they impound all the cars? Unless they somehow linked it to, like, mafia.
Well, yeah, when they found Han's car at the scene with no body. I mean, with a body.
Right. Burnt.
Yeah.
Completely burnt.
Right.
They were like, this guy, we need to take the rest of his cars.
Yeah. Run his plates. What do they do? I don't know.
I don't know. But why, if that's the case, there's no way they'd be allowed in here. To cross in here.
Right. How'd they get? Oh, the door was open. That's right. The door was open.
Yeah. And then what were they going to do? Steal a car from a dead guy? You know? But anyhow.
Well, they were going to, it's like, what do you call it? When you do something for someone else who's dead? I don't know. Do it like in memory of or like in,
remembrance.
Yeah. No. Basically like.
Honor.
This is for you. Yeah. Yeah. They did it to honor him.
The tuner girl comes walking out from the back, and she says, "Hey," and then they all follow her out back.
It's like a junkyardy looking spare parts.
Yeah.
Right. And like hubcaps and steering wheels and coil springs and sway bars and
there sits the wrecked Mona Lisa,
just
destroyed. No wheels. Seems way more wrecked now than it was.
Yeah. Well,
and
what'd they do with the wheels?
None of that actually looks like structural. It's just like beat up on the sides.
Right. Easily could drift it.
Yeah. Put some new panels on, wide body, new fenders, front bumper. It's a little ugly, but yeah. So they pop the hood, and inside the engine bay.
So clean.
Perfect condition. Beautiful chrome turbo, chrome valve covers, chrome intake manifold, all wire tucked. RB26. Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. Wow.
Jinx.
Is
that what it says here on the front? RB26.
Yeah. So now we're like, okay, he's got an engine.
Right.
What's he going to do with it?
My thought would be, okay, so they just fixed this car.
Yeah, it's a little beat up.
Right.
But it's way less beat up than their solution.
And you know what is going to be more available?
Parts for a Nissan.
Right.
Not a 1969 nice Mustang. That's not very nice.
No. I mean, it doesn't have lots of parts. You know my biggest issue with this whole scene here?
All right, so there's a scene change, and we see his dad roll up the garage door, and you see the Mustang sitting there.
Right, right. And so there's two garage doors. There's a man garage door and a car garage door.
Okay.
But they're looking at this thing. This Mustang isn't coming out of here with this pole in the middle.
Can they move the table over there and shift the car to the side and get it out?
They did all that to get that thing out?
I don't know. Well, let's describe this car a little.
Okay. We've seen the car before.
Well, his dad's been working on it.
Right.
But it looks like he's been taking things off of it, not putting them on. Because it's literally just a bare chassis. No windshield, no headlights, no wiring, no bumpers, no hood, no wheels, probably no suspension.
You know how hard it would be to find a rear window glass for a 1969 Ford Mustang?
Seriously. Or even aftermarket suspension that's okay for drifting.
Right.
And you're going to take a car that with tons of money would be like a mediocre drift car.
Right.
Never competitive. Though.
Right.
There's no way to make that chassis competitive. You can make it like a show car where you can like drift it, but that thing's probably so heavy.
Right. Well, yeah, and the other car's already built for drifting.
Right. The S15.
Whatever parts were damaged, it's not the frame. You know what I mean? Whatever parts were damaged.
So we'll add this to the list of Sean's bad decisions.
Yes.
So they put some wheels on it and roll it the entire way to Han's garage. 4 guys pushing it.
Yeah.
I mean, we just see him pushing it in, but I'm guessing...
they towed it there.
They towed it?
They just pushed it. It does look like they pushed it from one location to the next, but...
And we see a guy in the garage rolling an engine hoist with an engine hanging from it out of the way so he can pull the car in. I wonder what engine's on there.
So they already pulled the engine out? That's a brand new hoist. They'd never used that before.
Yeah, did you see how easily it was rolling, too? You ever try to roll an engine hoist with a motor on it?
Yeah.
That does not work very good.
Well, in this garage, like looking at it from the outside, it looks like a pretty junky garage. But the first time we see Han's garage, it looks like a freaking, like, awesome place, right?
Yeah, like a
club that also has a garage.
Yeah.
No, not a wedding. It's not a barn, Jason.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Men don't get to pick where you get married.
Weddings can only happen in barns.
But it's not like a junky, dirty garage.
No, it looks like a normal garage. It doesn't look like that.
It looked like the kind of garage when you're done working on cars there, you wouldn't even have grease on your hands. Because you only work on cars that don't have any rust or dirt on them yet. Right. Everything's brand new.
Yeah, like a dealership.
Like a Shane Malesic garage.
Yes. I have seen his garage. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and every part on his car is perfectly clean and brand new.
You know who else has a nice garage?
Who?
Asher.
Yes.
That's a pretty nice garage. I mean, it's not neat and tidy like Shane's.
Yeah, but he has a lot of dirt and rust because his cars are old.
Yes.
And leak things. This looks more like Asher's garage now.
Right.
It's got some stuff in it.
Yeah.
But you have like mismatched shelves on the side. That a couple are leaning because they're probably old and you put too much weight on them, you know?
Yep.
And boxes stacked on boxes on the top of the shelf, you know?
Of parts that you don't know if you'll ever need. And even if you did need them, you wouldn't know where they were.
Or, exactly. Or what they went to.
Right.
I have a couple oil filters in my garage like that. I'm like,
which car was this for?
What was that for?
You can just go to that company's website, type in the number, and it should tell you the vehicle fitment.
Yeah, it could. But the problem is all my oil filters come with oil as a kit.
So from like Fram.
Yeah, and the problem is
5 quarts in a filter.
And they only give you 5 quarts, and Toyotas always take 6.
Oh, you gotta buy that extra quart.
Yeah,
5 quarts in a filter is $24.95, but if you need a 6 quart, it comes to $48.95.
Right, because the 1 quart is $10. So sometimes I just get the big jug, and I'm like, well, it comes with a filter too.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'll put that on the shelf, and always wonder what it goes to.
Do you still do your own oil changes?
Yeah.
Do you find it worth it?
Yeah. I mean, you can get oil for $30 and it doesn't take that long. What do you guys charge for an oil change?
Probably the cheapest vehicles are like $45.
And that'd be like conventional.
Right.
Oil.
Well, the quote conventional oil now is just a synthetic blend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, what is synthetic oil made from?
Corn.
Really? Like, that's better than actual oil?
I have no clue. I have no clue at all.
Yeah, like, what makes it synthetic and why is it better? You think, like, the real deal would be the good stuff.
Just breaks down slower. I don't know why, but
it's weird. But
doesn't come from the ground.
I did realize, I bet I changed 15 oils this year, okay? And I don't even own an oil wrench.
Like an oil filter wrench?
Yeah, oil filter wrench.
Oh, okay.
To get an oil filter off. I'll just do it with my hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I also don't put them on super tight for that reason.
Right.
But sometimes I get one that was done by like a shop, and then, boy, worst case, you just jam a screwdriver through it and spin it off that way. But that's never that fun.
I have a great one from Harbor Freight. Like, I've used a lot of different oil filter wrenches. The best one is from Harbor Freight.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to have them, and they never, like, it would work if you had, like, plenty of room, but, like, they never had enough room to get them on and to turn it then. So.
Are you talking about the kind that, like, are like a band that you put on?
Yeah, with a handle. Or I've seen one that's
junk.
like a cup that you slide on the back and put a wrench on it.
Yeah.
There's a couple different, or like a chain that you wrap around.
Mine is just kind of like a claw.
Ryan's holding his hand in a C shape here.
The one is short and the other one's like really long, and it's got a lot of grips on it. Oh. And so it like goes around the filter and turns it. It's the best one.
Do you change your oil?
At work on a lift.
Oh.
But I'm thinking like the labor to change an oil, to do an oil change, is $22.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
The things that I spend $22 on is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's also annoying though to take your vehicle, drop it off.
That's true. 2
vehicles, then to drive back with kids.
Yeah.
And then you got to go and pick it up later. Yeah, it's just easier to pull it in the garage, change it, and be done.
Just do it all. Just always schedule it around a problem with the vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, I have a problem every 3 months with my vehicles. So.
I did have them change my oil one time this past year when I was in for inspection. I was like, just do the oil. And I don't even know what they charged me for it. I forget.
Was that with me?
No, it was that shop behind my house that I don't use anymore.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, we digress.
Yes. So the end of minute, what was it, 85, is them pushing the Mustang onto a lift at Hans' garage.
Yes. You should scan that sign next to the door and see what that says. You hear your phone?
I wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
There's a sign on the side of Hans' garage with a bunch of characters. I wonder if that's clear enough. About to
Chinese, not Chinese.
find
Japanese.
out.
Oh yeah, it is pretty blurry.
The app is loading. All right, here we go. Oh, it worked.
Tokyo tax opening permission bonded yard.
What does that mean? Is that a bonded yard? That sounds like it's I don't
Tokyo
know.
National Bonded Warehouse. Bonded warehouse. Tokyo Customs Permit. Bonded warehouse.
Oh, maybe it's like legally they can work on cars there. Bonded storage area.
Storage
Tokyo
area.
They keep changing it. Anyway.
But they got some rotor decoration here. Right? Is that a rotor? Oh, no. It's like a water hookup thing. Doesn't it look like a brake rotor hanging on something?
Yeah.
Do you like it when people take car parts and make them into art? Like have like a muffler man, you know, or like
or the
a crankshaft as a mailbox. Yeah.
Or like the one that gets me is the engine block as a coffee table. I'm like, man, that thing weighs 500 pounds.
I don't think I've seen those.
I've seen them a few times.
Oh, really?
They like use the block and then you put a glass top on it.
Okay.
That thing's gonna be so heavy. But
no, I don't like that. I don't like car parts made into art.
It's a little cheesy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember,
winning's winning.